For instance, this trial right now in Minneapolis. This trial happening right now.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Jesse, if this officer is convicted, they're gonna say this is evidence that America is a systemically racist country. But if he's acquitted, they're gonna say this is evidence that America is such a prejudiced land that they allow crazy killer cops that target black men to walk away freely. So either way, they're gonna hate you.
Ready, set, go.
I wanted to make art that was based on history, tradition, orthodoxy, and now what I'm known for is resurfacing traditionality and again, I said there's always mother nature versus father culture, and it's our job as men to maintain social cohesion. That is our responsibility given to us when we're born.
Absolutely.
So I try to do that visually. So my whole thing is God has blessed me with this talent. So in the Bible, they talk about if you don't use your talent adequately, it's a waste and it's kind of doing injustice.
Yeah.
As long as you don't put your ego into it.
Yeah.
So I've been just putting my time in, and like anything else, you put your time in and you're gonna get better. So this is just hours and hours and hours and hours. And I would say that anybody thinking of going to college, if you're going for a system, if it's a system, if it's mechanic, if it's engineering, law, you need to know the ins and outs, medicine, if it's a system, fine. You need to know the ins and outs.
Right.
If it's something fluid, if it's art, writing, don't go to school.
Yeah.
They're just gonna teach you all this BS that is really just, you don't have to waste your time. I went to an Ivy League art school, right? I graduated with $60,000 of debt. And then the whole time I was thinking, why did I do this? Now I paid it off by working 3 jobs within 4 years while still paying off all my car and all the stuff. But the whole time I was thinking, why did I go to art school? I just learned this silly Klingon language and basically got into social camouflage. Like that's all I dealt with. And I guess I just learned how to deal with crazy people. I think it's important to frame this conversation with the right context, because there's a reason why the left is so effective at destabilizing society. And it's because they have a stranglehold on culture. That's really what it is. So they can control the narrative, essentially. So they're targeting Asian people now to try to make us fall for the whole victim narrative here.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are in government and other areas, there are Asian people who are starting to pretend that they are victim, and they have started something called the AAPI hate movement. I don't get it. I don't know why the Asian people are starting to do it. Why?
Their semantics are really strong.
Yeah.
So that's what, I remember when Black Lives Matter first started, they said, do you think Black Lives Matter? I'm like, of course Black Lives Matter. What kind of stupid question is that? But then you realize what they're doing. They're using that as touched by an ideologue, right?
Yes.
It's really being used as a tool. And that's the exact same thing as whatever you said, AA, LGBT, whatever you just said.
AAPI.
And this is another situation of groupthink. I don't buy it for a second.
Yeah.
The one reason why I'm promoting the rooftop Korean thing is because first of all, like I have so many guns that Antifa would cry. I'm so armed. I think we have to all use our positions to speak up. I really think this is what it is. I have a lot of friends who are, I hate to say it, but so many conservatives are being cowardly. For instance, this trial right now in Minneapolis. This trial happening right now.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Jesse, if this officer is convicted, they're gonna say this is evidence that America is a systemically racist country. But if he's acquitted, they're gonna say this is evidence that America is such a prejudiced land that they allow crazy killer cops that target black men to walk away freely. So either way, they're gonna hate you. So you might as well speak up. This is what I'm saying. Like, you might as well speak up. It's a brainwashing channel.
It's a mess.